Hello and welcome to another episode of That Sports Guys podcast. I am Craig Forrestall. I am That Sports Guy. Go ahead and find me on Twitter at that_sports_guy, where you can find all of my latest football takes. Also, NFLDraftDiamonds.com is proud to feature the That Sports Guy podcast on its website. Stop by NFLDraftDiamonds.com, your official draft coverage king. Hello and welcome to another player profile interview. I am Craig Forrestall, also known on Twitter as at that_sports_guy. But today we are lucky to have with us Donnie Corley, wide receiver, Texas Southern. Donnie, how are we doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing real good. How are you doing?
Hey man, I'm doing good. I'm excited to get to know you a little bit more and talk some ball. But before we get into all of that, I got to know, you're from Detroit. What's Detroit like, man? What was a normal day like growing up for you?
Detroit it's a great place. I think a lot of people really don't just like had a bad look on it. You know, just like Detroit's kind of got a bad name. But if you actually come here, it's actually a nice place. The people are very supportive. You know, just like me growing up and playing football and stuff, the community and everything was very supportive with what I was doing, and you know, I loved every day about it. So I mean, I really think people should go visit, you know, downtown and go visit and do things like that. So,
Absolutely. I'll take your word for it. I'm originally from the Chicago area, so maybe next time I'm up there visiting some family, I'll skip on over to Detroit for a few days. But, Donnie, we got to start with it, man, because you had a monstrous season last year with Texas Southern. You posted 72 catches for 1,039 yards. Is that the type of season that you pictured yourself having?
definitely was the type of season, but I really was really focused on winning. You know, we didn't win any games, so I mean, obviously it wasn't either it wasn't enough or we needed to do something different. So that's kind of what I'm focused on this year. But I'm pretty glad that I could had the most yards and catches in the SWAC and stuff. I am glad about that accomplishment. So.
Definitely. And let's stick right there with the yards accomplishments and then also going around and turning around with that winning mentality for the upcoming season. So I want to stick with the stats because you put together an unheard of 4-game stretch. Now, I'm going to read off what you did, and then I got to know how you did it. So against Houston Baptist, you had 198 yards. Alabama A&M, you had 104. Missouri S&T, 152. And then you capped off that 4-game stretch against Southern with 115 yards. Donnie, how intense are you during the week, man? How do you prepare?
Well, you definitely got to be prepared. We watch a lot of film on the DBs, and most of the teams that we play, they usually play like 1 or 2 coverages. You know, they don't really change it up. So we really build in plays, you know, to beat those coverages and just going out there and just making plays and doing the best I can. You know, that's what's really just wanting it more than the DB when the ball is in the air and things like that. And I can't forget about my quarterback because he got to give me the ball. Great O-line. You know, they do pretty great, giving us a lot of time to make those type of plays. So,
And like you said, the upcoming focus is more so winning ball games this year. Last year, there were 4 games that were decided by a touchdown or less. What is the mindset that you and the team have moving forward, and how have you guys talked about closing out those tight games?
I mean, honestly, I feel like it's just doing extra reps. You know, that the game was so close. It could have been those extra reps that's in the weight room or doing runs after practice or anything. If we would have did an extra rep or things like that, the game would be different. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was plays in the game where it changed and we could have won there. But I feel like it goes back into the off season and you actually working hard because you got to be prepared, you know, to actually play instead of just going out there and playing. So.
And now, with playing this upcoming season, you're going to be playing a little bit more on the field than last year. I heard a rumor that you might be playing offense and defense this year.
Yes, sir. I've been practicing pretty hard on the corner. I've been working out with one of the coaches at North Shore High School. He just we go outside and kind of work out and just do a little different drills and stuff. So I've been working pretty hard at it.
And now, how have you had to change your off-season routine? Because playing both sides of the ball, that's going to require a lot of energy, a lot of stamina. So have you had to increase your running or what you've been doing?
Definitely have to get way more in shape because I got to play both ways and trying to play special teams. Definitely gotta get more in shape, and I think the biggest part is gonna be my nutrition. If you eat good and your body's healthy, that prevents a lot of injuries and things like that. Cramps. So nutrition is really gonna be a big thing for me this year.
And now, Donnie, I need to ask you, with you being such a skilled route runner and understanding the most small details of playing the wide receiver position, how much does that help you when you're on the other side of the ball as a corner? Are there subtle things that a receiver can do and you automatically know what's going to happen based upon foot alignment or how he tries to get a break off the line?
It's funny that you say that because that's kind of what my main goal is when I go to the defensive back because I do need a lot of work at it and more work to get more like technique and just technical sound at it. But for the most part, I know like the receiver's trying to give itself some room to run different routes or the receiver usually breaks at this point and things like that. Different tendencies that a receiver do because I kind of do them too. So I do know what the receiver trying to do sometimes, and that'll give me the ups on the route or things like that.
And now I want to stick there with that defensive side of the ball because there's going to be a big test for you this season when you guys face Alabama A&M. Their quarterback, Akil Glass, is on the NFL radar. They're bringing back two wide receivers that went for 1,000 yards last year. When you hear facing that kind of competition, does the competitor in you get a little bit more hype, or is it just business as usual?
Definitely it's gonna be competitive. I'm a very competitive person, and but I'm not gonna down any other team either because I got to go out there and still make plays regardless of who we playing. So I mean, I know last year those guys did pretty good at receiver. The other two guys that they have at receiver and the quarterback, but I mean we only lost by a touchdown in overtime too. So I mean, we just gotta change the narrative this year.
And now I want to ask you on the other side of the ball because it was hard for me to figure out what the most dangerous part of your game as a receiver is because you have the speed to take the top off of a defense,
Right.
but you're also a tremendous route runner. So what do you feel is the best part of your game as a wide receiver?
The best part of my game is really just knowing what coverage the defense is in and knowing what's gonna be open, things like that. We kind of run RPO, so we got like two or three routes built in one play. So if the defense is in this coverage and stuff like that, I can read it out pretty good and get open. And then I feel like I said when the ball's in the air, 50-50 ball or whatever, I feel like I'm gonna come down with it. So I feel like that's the most best part of my game.
And I want to ask you about something that I saw on Twitter not too long ago. Jim Nagy and the Senior Bowl staff, they have something called Small School Saturday, where they highlight a player or a couple of players that they should know for the upcoming college season. And you were listed on one of their tweets for Small School Saturday a couple of weeks ago. What does that mean to you to be on the radar of the Senior Bowl going into your final year and knowing that the NFL dream is right there, yours for the taking with a big season?
It means a lot to me. It just kind of shows what I've been working all my life for, and I definitely want to be able to get in that game because it'll show that I can still play, against the top schools and things like that. Instead of just having my film out in the swag, which is good still. But I'm pretty sure some of the NFL teams will want to see me go get some of the best guys, and I feel like I can do that at the Senior Bowl game. So that'd be great for me.
And Donnie, I want to pick your brain about something that I saw before we move to a couple of non-football questions. But the thing I want to ask about is I saw that you really are passionate about starting a gym when your football career is over back in your hometown of Detroit. And with this gym, you also want to offer additional resources like tutors. If you could just speak about why that is so important to you to give back to your community.
It's definitely important because, like I said, when I was growing up, I had a lot of support from the community. Everybody coming to our games and things like that. So and then for a lot of people. it's not a gym. It's not like a gym where kids can go work out in Detroit. Like it just have tutors and things like that. So, and they got to go to other places and it'll cost in the other places. It costs a lot of money too. So I feel like it'd be very affordable and very great for younger kids and the youth. Getting them to learn a lot of things at an early age, and then they can just carry those habits on for life and just be a better person throughout life.
That's awesome, Donnie. And like I said, we were going to jump down that rabbit hole. We're going to go with some of the toughest questions you're going to have today.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit you with the first one. What's the song you're embarrassed to admit you like?
I'm gonna say. I'm trying to think. It's definitely gonna be a Detroit song though. I'm gonna say T Grizzly. I mean, I don't really think I'm embarrassed about a song that I like.
That's what I'm trying to figure out now, because you don't sound too embarrassed about it. It sounds like you're good with whatever you're gonna be playing.
Yeah, I'm good whatever I be playing, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to pass on this question.
All right, that's cool. Well, now let's go to something where you might have it already thought out. What's the dream car?
The dream car, definitely be a G-Wagon. I love a good G-Wagon.
And now you're gonna do anything custom to it?
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be custom. I want peanut butter sheets in it though.
All right, there you go. So you already thought that one through. Now, Donnie, what's been the most interesting college class you've taken?
I'll say definitely. I had to take communications, and I hated it every day because we had to stand up in front of like 500 students and talk about our papers and stuff. But it was very interesting because a lot of people had some of the same stuff to say, just like you. So I mean, it was good to see like people going through the same stuff you're going through. So I like that about it.
And now, if I just get done working out or I just get done with class around campus at Texas Southern, what's the best restaurant close to campus?
Definitely gonna be the Turkey Leg Hut or Breakfast Club. Is probably the two best places to go to.
Now, what do I need to get at? You said turkey leg?
Yeah, the Turkey Leg Hut. Yeah.
What do they got going on?
They got it's like you can get any type of turkey leg. It can be stuffed inside with like Cajun, like seafood or rice or macaroni or anything, or you can just get regular turkey leg. But it's real good. I usually get the Cajun kind. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds real good. I go for one of those right about now. And now, Donnie, if you won $1 million, but you could only donate it to one charity or one cause, what would it be?
Definitely. I'll definitely. Well, since the corona going around, I'll definitely give it to a family or try to give it to a charity like a family that lost a lot in this pandemic. Definitely, I'll do that.
That's amazing to hear. That's definitely something that I hadn't even thought of. So for you being there, that's amazing. Now, Donnie, before I let you go, what's that one thing that our listeners need to be on the lookout for with the Texas Southern program this year?
Definitely, y'all need to look out that we're not going to go on another season like we had. We only can be a better team. So definitely going to do better. We got New Mexico State, I think the second or third game. So that definitely get us very tested for the rest of the season. And I feel like we could be champs a lot. Like you said, we lost by a touchdown or less in 4 games, I think. And we could change the whole season by just doing extra reps and just being better as a team and come closer. That's what we really need to do is come closer as a team. And I feel like we got the talent. We got the right coaching and things like that. We just need to change a couple things, and we'd be great.
You heard it here first. It's a brand new Texas Southern team this year, so be on the lookout. For Donnie Corley, I'm Craig Forrestall. Until next time, stay safe and be easy. Hey everybody, Craig Forrestall. Thanks for tuning in and listening to another episode of That Sports Guys podcast. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at @that_sports_guy
to catch all the latest updates and podcast episodes. Until next time, stay safe and be easy.